PlayStation 5 Pro is a generational leap with first hands-on. My first day at TGS 2024, seeing the PlayStation 5 Pro in person, the 30th anniversary collection, and more, and the huge PlayStation Network update. Those are the stories we're going to cover today, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. First, yes or no, did you pre-order the PlayStation 5 Pro or not? The pre-orders went live yesterday, and man, people were rushing for those 30th anniversary consoles and accessories. Those flew by. I managed to lock a regular PlayStation 5 Pro and a DualSense 30th anniversary controller, but that's just me. What about you? So comment below yes or no if you pre-ordered the PlayStation 5 Pro or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now diving into the first story of the video, my first day at TGS 2024 and seeing the PlayStation 5 Pro in person. So there are three major events in the year that I've wanted to go to for a long time. E3, Gamescom, and TGS. E3 is obviously gone, we have Summer Games Fest instead, Gamescom is still around, and of course TGS is still around. I got to go to one of the big three yesterday obviously, and man, it was exciting. There are so many games, so many booths to check out, obviously from PlayStation, Sega, Konami, Bandai Namco, Square Enix. Those are some of the big ones that you see up there. Then of course you have many indie developers present as well, with some interesting games to check out as well in between the big studios out there. I'm going to be going there again for day 2 to get some hands-on time with Metal Gear Solid Delta, which a bunch of you over on X have been requesting me to do. I also have time locked in with Phantom Blade Zero as well, and I'm excited to check that out tomorrow there. I've never been the biggest fan of the Yakuza franchise, but seeing the gameplay for Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, I've wanted to play that and see that gameplay for myself, and it's also at the event, it's also at TGS, and hopefully I can get some time in with that tomorrow as well. I'll probably make a quick recap of the stuff that I just mentioned here on Monday with my experience and stuff like that. Beyond that, I finally get to see the entire PlayStation 30th anniversary lineup in person, and wow, did everything look so good in the gray color setup, and of course with the PlayStation colors to match. One of the best looking in the lineup for me personally was the Portal. It looked clean, and I wish I was able to lock one of those down, but unfortunately that thing flew in a matter, like less than a second. It was gone. I also got to see the standard PlayStation 5 Pro as well and check it out in full 360. It looks good as well, obviously, and it's slimmer than my OG PlayStation 5 back at home. So I'm looking forward to having that at my house when it launches. And if you're enjoying the video so far, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community on our way to 150,000 subscribers. Now diving into the second story of the video, huge PSN update. Reading from The Verge, California Governor Gavin Newsom has signed a law to combat disappearing purchases of digital games, movies, music, and ebooks. The legislation will force digital storefronts to tell consumers they're just getting a license to use the digital media rather than suggesting they actually own it. When the law comes into effect next year, it will ban digital storefronts from using terms like buy or purchase unless they inform customers that they're not getting unrestricted access to whatever they're buying. So this is pretty huge, honestly. I wonder how people would react and what their purchasing habits will change to be after basically being overtly told that you're not actually buying any of the stuff that you're thinking you're buying. It's just you having a license to access this thing. I'm wondering how people will react to that. That's going to be wild if they manage to get that through come next year. But you guys let me know if you like this new potential law or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And now diving into the final story of the video, PlayStation 5 Pro is a generational leap. So, Digital Foundry recently got their first hands-on with the PlayStation 5 Pro, and I've watched both their original video on their channel and the interview Oliver did with IGN, and the response has been largely positive in terms of just how good games look on the PlayStation 5 Pro. The console is achieving for multiple games its goal of 4K visuals at 60 FPS, and in some games is there's more detail on PlayStation 5 Pro over the 30 FPS mode on base PlayStation 5, which was impressive to hear when I first found that out. I noticed that as well in the original PlayStation 5 Pro video with Mark Cerny when the high bitrate version of that came out. I watched that and I noticed there was improvements on the PlayStation 5 Pro side of things, but of course I wasn't sure if I was crazy or not, so this is some nice validation. Thankfully, Digital Foundry sees the difference as well. Oliver discussed his experience with multiple games when it comes to comparing the PlayStation 5 Pro to base PlayStation 5, and he said this about one specific game which he found to be the most impressive out of the bunch. Reading from WCCF Tech, with some excerpts of game developer interviews sprinkled in, and show off some new footage from various games. F124 is the game Oliver found most impressive, and he said this about it on the PlayStation 5 Pro. Besides DDGI, Dynamic Diffuse Global Illumination, Codemasters has added 3 ray-traced effects for ambient occlusion, transparency, and opaque reflections. Moreover, anisotropic filtering has improved as well. According to Digital Foundry's Oliver McKenzie, these additions translate into an almost generational leap in visuals in some instances. However, image stability in this ray tracing mode isn't as stable as the base PS5 quality mode, probably due to a combination of PSSR and the newer. So generational leap in some situations is pretty big to hear, and this showcases the big push with ray tracing. I've seen people state that they don't need ray tracing, but on the base PlayStation 5, it seems to be that we have been getting some basic ray tracing effects, and on the PlayStation 5 Pro, we will get much more of that. Oliver also mentioned in the IGN video that for F124, the PlayStation 5 Pro is getting the majority of the ray tracing effects seen on PC, which is much more than the base PlayStation 5 when it comes to ray tracing. Great stuff to hear, of course, about the PlayStation 5 Pro, and I'm excited to finally get my own time with the console and see PSSR further improve. But you guys let me know if you care about ray tracing or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "The weekend is here." The weekend is here. I'm excited to go for the second day of TGS to check out some more games there, lock some time in with some of the bigger games as well. If you're excited for the weekend like I am, destroy the comment section with "The weekend is here." And I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.